Welcome everybody to the Integrative Psychiatry and Wellness Program's Tai Chi and Yoga sessions. The Tai Chi is for the first half an hour and yoga for the second half an hour. So you can join for Tai Chi now, or you can join for both. All right, stand with the feet shoulder width, the knees soft. Feeling an upright spine. And just getting a sense of how the body feels right now, level of energy, and anything on the mind. And now we'll warm up the body with swinging arms. So simply step back with one foot, keeping it at shoulder width, and let the arms swing in a really natural way. You want all the movement to feel very relaxed and effortless, so that whatever pace you're moving at feels comfortable. You don't have to move at my pace, but it feels comfortable for you now. And as you take swinging arms in this way, bring your mind to the soles of your feet and feel the roots and how you're taking your weight fully onto your front root and your back root, giving the body's weight over into that foot. And there's a very relaxed, effortless feel through the whole upper body. And at some point, start to let that start to slow down. No quick transitions. Stepping forward with the back foot back to shoulder width, and stepping the other foot back. And again, letting the arms swing at the sides. Knees soft, so you're not taking the weight onto a straight leg. Both the back leg and the front leg have a softness to the knees. Start to track your breathing. Not doing anything on purpose with the breathing, but just witnessing its natural expression. And at some point, again, easing into transition again, so letting that start to settle down, letting that slow down, and then stepping forward back to shoulder width again. Opening shoulder, lifting heel. Imagine a bubble underneath the right arm and the right hand, and it starts to float the arm up. And as the arm floats up, you come onto the ball of that foot, finding a diagonal across the body, something short of a stretch within your soft limit, and then that hand starts to float back down. And as it does, you move across the waist, and the bubble floats the other arm up. Opening shoulder, lifting heel. Sensing where you move across the waist, where you pour the weight into the other foot, and feeling that arm rise up on a bubble and float back down. Again, you're setting the pace, but it is slower than the speed of habit, so that you can bring a little more conscious attention to it. But it doesn't require steely concentration. It's an easeful effort and an easy settling of the attention. So we're practicing a way of being that feels kind of effortless, free, relaxed, easy, nothing strained, nothing forced. We'll take opening shoulder, lifting heel for one more cycle to each side. No hurry at all. And the body express around the energy. And the next time the arm floats down, cross at the wrist, we'll take painting circles. So letting that bubble float up. From the press of the legs, the bubble rises up, it floats the arms up and opens them out. It's as though paint could spray out the tips of the fingers. And as the arms float out to the sides and down, the knees soften more. You can still see your toes, so the knees aren't so deeply bent. And once again, the bubble floats the arms up as the wrists cross. Bubble floats them up so high that the arms expand out, the heart opens. The elbows stay soft. As the arms come down, the knees soften more, pressing the floor away as the bubble floats the arms up. So again, we're simply responding to this bubble of chi, this bubble of energy. It almost feels like we're not doing anything. And then changing the direction of the circles that you're painting. Staying within your soft limit and nothing that's going to pull the body out of alignment. Something that feels easeful, relaxed. Where you're playing Tai Chi. Painting one more circle. And then with the knees soft, push the floor away. Let that turn the waist to the side, letting the arms hit against you like a clapper on a bell. Pressing the floor away to turn to one side and then the other. Again, the arms as free as a clapper on a bell. It's moved from side to side. As the bell gets moved from side to side. You can let that back arm come up a little higher so it hits out against the kidney. And you can feel that front arm wrapping across the stomach, the liver, and the spleen. It's a nice stimulation to some of the internal organs. Try to really let go with the upper body, shoulders with the arms. letting that start to settle down now. And finding that bubble again. Find the edges of the bubble with the hands and within the arms. The knees are soft, feeling rooted. And let that bubble turn the waist to the side and float up. And you're just holding the edges of the bubble that would almost take you right off your feet. If you weren't rooted, the eyes can follow the hands. And then it comes out down the other side. The knees soften more. And the legs, the structure of the legs, the feet really grounded, pressing the floor away as the bubble floats out and up. Moving slower than the speed of habit. So it's easy to rest conscious attention on what's happening now, but it's also easy that the attention might shift off of the practice. And whenever you notice that, can you take that same relaxed approach to turning the attention back to the experience the body's having, back to the breathing, which again, you're not changing, you're not affecting the breath, just watching it. Finding a nice point to turn around and go the other way with heavenly circles. And your pace doesn't have to look like mine, but it is slower than the speed of habit. The next time the arms are up, that heavenly circle is up, turn the palms to face in towards the face. Let the elbows drop. Smooth the chi, washing down from the face down the structure of the body. The fingertips point down and drop down, the knees soften more, then pressing out with the legs and the feet. Opening up, again, something short of a stretch. And turning the palms to face in. And washing down the body. This is called smoothing the chi. Maybe getting the sense that the whole body is breathing with the flowing movements. Soft elbows, sensing the energy between the palms and the hand and the body. Now feeling grounded, feeling rooted through the structure of the legs, the soles of the feet, feeling that upright spine, head and heart over hips and heels. And let that bubble float the arms up. The fingertips come up and over the top of the bubble, and then gently press down as the knees soften. Beginning Tai Chi. Bubble floating the arms up. The palms pressing gently down. This time the palms come in towards the midline a little bit more. So you press out with the legs and the feet. Palms float up in front of the heart. The bubble floats them up, and the bubble starts to expand the arms out. Something short of a stretch again. And then the bubble starts to collapse, and the palms float in and down. The knees soften more. And the legs press out. The bubble floats up underneath the arms. It rises. The arms float up. It expands. The heart opens. And then there's that release that follows, just like breathing. An inhale and an exhale. Knees soften. And again, opening the circle of the heart. This time the fingers interlace in front of the heart. And then pressing out with the legs, the palms turn out and up, staying something short of a stretch. Pressing palms to the sky. The elbows soften. The palms turn in. And once again, pressing out from the roots. The palms turn up. Again, within the soft limit. Now, separating the hands and crossing at the wrists. Pour the weight into one foot. Empty the other, step it a little bit wider. Then push and pour from one foot into the other, taking the weight fully over one foot and then the other. And the next time you push the weight onto a bent leg, draw the bow, making a gentle fist pull back to the shoulder, make an L with the other thumb and forefinger, looking out over the length of that arm between the thumb and forefinger at your sight, and then moving across the waist and crossing at the wrists again, and pushing and pouring the weight into the other foot, drawing the bow, looking out over the outstretched arm between the thumb and forefinger. And again, keeping the knees soft as you move across the waist, crossing at the wrists, drawing the bow, gentle fist to the shoulder, wrists cross, and the practice is drawing the bow. The elbows stay soft enough. The shoulders are relaxed. Taking your time. And then once again, finding that bubble. Now pour the weight into one foot and take the other hand in front of that shoulder. This is waving hands in clouds. Pour the weight into the other foot as the cloud passes across the eyes. The other hand pushes those, gently ushers those clouds off to the side. And then the bottom hand becomes the top hand and becomes those clouds in front of that make sight. The cloud, the sight. Can't see. And then the bottom hand becomes the top hand. The clouds cross the face. The bottom hand ushers those clouds off the side. Bottom hand becomes the top hand. The top hand becomes the bottom hand. Waving hands and clouds. Again, you can play Tai Chi with this and make your movement a little more free. Just letting life lead here. What feels like a free, easy movement. And then once again, finding the bubble. Pouring the weight into one foot and stepping back to shoulder width. Now turning the waist to one side, taking that back hand and pushing forward. With the front hand, draw the palm back. Look back over the back hand with the palm facing up. Now turn the front palm up and push forward with the back hand. Withdrawing the front palm, pushing forward. The eyes follow the back hand. Now the front hand turns palm up and withdraws the food as the front palm, the back palm pushes forward. The eyes follow the back hand, palm face up. Now the front palm turns up and the back hand pushes forward. Repulsing the monkey. Eyes follow the hand moving to the back. Front palm turns up, back hand pushes forward. Front palm up, back hand presses forward. Back hand presses forward, front hand, palm up. Now again, returning to the bubble, taking your time, and sensing the edges of the bubbles within the edges of the bubbles within the arms and then the hands. Now scooping. And gently pressing the palms down, the knees soften. Pressing palms to calm the mind. You know, if there's a movement that really speaks to you, one of these practices, one of these Tai Chi practices, you can take it, you know, outside of this closed experience of class between 12 and 12:30 and practice it on your own. Or if there's a situation wherein you find pressing palms to calm the mind to be just what's needed in a moment, you can visualize yourself taking pressing palms to calm the mind, or again, maybe even taking it. Now opening the circle for healing, letting the arms float out and up. Again, something short of a stretch, soft elbows, and the palms face down, and experiencing the settling. The palms move down the whole structure of the body, let all that energy settle down. Opening out. And then letting that settle. Opening the circle for healing. Okay, shaking out the wrists, elbows. If you have something to hold on to, like a chair, or if you have really good balance, you could shake out a leg. And the other. And then brushing, from the tip of the tail, brushing out. Okay. All right, thanks so much for joining for Tai Chi. If you're here for yoga, you can get a mat or a towel and a chair. All right, and let's start sitting in a chair for a moment and taking a twist. So one distinction between yoga and Tai Chi is that we move the spine very deliberately out of that aligned, upright position. We twist it, we side bend it, we turn it upside down, and we back bend it and forward fold it to keep a supple spine. And one of the aims is to increase and maintain range of motion, which we know we lose over time with age. So you can place your right hand on your left knee, take your left hand back to the top of the chair back, and let that back elbow drop. And as you breathe in, feel your feet flat on the floor, let your heart bubble up, and breathing out, press the front hand against the knee, and turn the heart towards the chair back. You can pull on the chair back with the back hand. But again, your heart is sort of like a bubbling fountain. It floats up. So the head rests on the top of the spine. The neck is long and relaxed. And then sense into the breathing. and release. Take the left hand to the right knee, the right hand back. Get really grounded, feel the foundation of your pose. Send that upward flowing energy up the length of the spine, and then use the hands, use your limbs to start to spiral the heart towards the chair back. Again, the neck is long, the heart is lifting, and the belly is very soft and relaxed. So being in the posture itself can call attention to the breathing, the way it feels when the body's in this shape. Now you can either remain sitting as you release here, or you can stand here for some sun breaths. Feet are hip width. As you breathe in, take the arms out and up, lengthening up the sides with the reach of the arms. Breathing out, open the arms out and down. One more like that, breathing in, the arms come out and up. Breathing out, the arms float out and down. And you can stay with this, or you can add a forward fold now. Breathing in, arms out and up. Breathing out, lightening the heels, fold from the hips. Bending the legs when the starts to pull on your lower back. Pull on the legs, the backs of the legs. Let the head drop, and as you breathe in, lighten the heels, sweep the arms out and up. Breathing out, forward fold. In a chair or standing. Breathing in. Last time, forward fold. Head drops. Lighten the heels, breathe in, sweep the arms out and up. Breathe out, take the left arm out and down, reaching up and over with the right arm. Lateral arc stretch. Extend down into the right leg and foot, bringing the left side forward a little extra, and as you breathe in, reach up. Breathing out, the left arm comes up and over to the right. Extending down into the left leg and foot. Breathing in. And breathing out. So we've twisted, we've forward folded. Now we're side bending. And as you breathe in this time, reach up. Breathe out, open the left arm out and down, staying upright now. Take the hands to the back of the waist, maybe take the feet a little wider. We'll take half wheel pose. So draw the elbows towards the back. Take the very tops of the legs back a little bit. So you're starting that back bend way down low in your spine. And breathe in, lift the heart. Breathe out, open back, either dropping your chin to your chest if that's more supportive to lift the chest, or letting the head hang off the heart. Taking a few breaths here with an open throat. And as you breathe in, lift up from the back of the heart. Breathe out, forward fold. Again, all of this can be done in a chair or it can be done standing. Slide the hands down the legs. Let the head drop forward. In intense stretch or standing forward fold, you can hold on to the legs, you can put your hands down, you can bend your legs or not, but let a little blood flow into the brain. And feel the breath way down low in the body. Now hold the hips with the hands. Lighten the heels. Take the head forward, take the heart forward. Breathe in, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Relax the arms. We'll take chair pose. So take the arms out in front, like you'd give something away out in front. Hands like in line with the shoulders, elbows soft. Bend the knees and sit back like you'd sit into a chair or when you go skiing. And as you sit back, lean into the big toe sides of the feet. And now imagine you have a sweater on and you're going to throw that sweater up over the head, over the arms, or like you're throwing up confetti. You're sitting back and down, leaning into your big toes, reaching up from the outer hips through the armpits right into the third and fourth fingers. And as you breathe in, press through the legs, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. And then hold on to the sides. All right, stepping forward to the front, to a short end of the mat. Step back with your left foot. Keeping that foot at shoulder width or hip width. So the back foot will be turned out to the side a little bit, and using the outer edge of the back foot and the ball of the front foot, pushing the mat forward with the ball of the front foot, you can pull the underside of your right hip back and bring the left side forward. Holding on to the sides of the waist or reaching behind and holding the opposite elbow or shoulder, or maybe palms together, fingertips face up, you choose. But internally rotating the arms and opening up the collarbones. Breathe in, lift from behind the heart. Breathe out, open back, a little bit of that wheel pose. And again, the underside of the right hip comes under you. The left side comes forward. Take a few breaths here. And as you breathe in, lift from behind the heart. Breathe out, start to hinge forward from the hips. Using the lift of the head and the heart to keep your spine long, your upper spine lifted, so that you're stretching the back of that front leg by forward folding from the hips. Now, once you're in that pose, bring the back of your left hip forward, getting more belly over that leg, and releasing forward and down. As you breathe in, take the head and heart up, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Now bend the front knee, stopping the knee over the heel and pushing weight into the back foot. From that push, you can bring the underside of the right hip back and bring the whole left side forward. Sweep the arms down, forward, and up. Now you can take your arms wherever they need to be, where the reach of the arms helps you elongate your spine. And then use the push of that back leg to lift from behind the heart, opening back, that same feeling of half wheel pose, bringing your left side forward. And taking a few breaths here in Warrior One pose. If you had a second set of eyes, it could look down and see your right middle toe, so that right leg is turned out enough for that. As you breathe in, start to straighten the front leg. Breathe out, straighten all the way. Hold on to the sides of the waist. Bend the front knee and spin the back heel back. Then step forward with the back foot. Feet are hip width. And step back with your other foot. So your right foot is back, your left foot is forward, your back foot is turned in, as little as you need, but as much as you need, so that you can use the push from the outer edge of that back foot and the ball of your front foot to bring your whole right side forward. And then either keeping the hands on the hips or holding the opposite elbow or forearm, switching the forearm on top, or bringing the palms together with the fingertips facing up for intense chest stretch. Spread the toes, feeling the soles of the feet on the floor, and breathe in, lift from behind the heart, breathe out, open back, and bringing that right side forward again, and taking a few breaths here. As you breathe in, lift from behind the heart. Breathe out, start to hinge forward from the hips. Long spine. Bring the back of your right hip forward and the underside of your left hip back and under you. Laying out the spine out and down over that front leg. Feel free to bend that leg if it's starting to irritate or be uncomfortable. You want a soft edge rather than something forceful or straining. Breathing in, lift the head and the heart start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Bend the front knee, stopping the knee over the heel. Spread the toes, and again, bring the whole right side forward using the push of the outer edge of the back foot and the ball of your front foot. Sweep the arms down, forward, and up. And again, lift the back of the heart with the push of that back leg. Lengthen the spine with the reach of the arms, as wide or as close to the sides of the head as you like. And when you've found your back bend feeling again, bring that whole right side forward. Breathing and energizing. Any back bending pose is energizing to the system. Easy breathing. As you breathe in, start to straighten. Breathe out, straighten all the way. Hold on to the sides and turn the feet forward. Line up the heels and the outer edges of the feet. We'll take triangle pose. Turn the feet to the right and roll the belly towards the right leg. Reach up with the right arm, press with the legs, and lengthen up from your lower belly. Breathe out, hinge out, getting as long as you can. And when you've gotten as far as you'll go with the reach of the arm, take the hand down and push out against the leg, letting your chest rise right back up away from the floor so the spine lengthens. Lean the shoulders out over that right leg, rolling your belly down. Turn the ribs up. And draw up from your left elbow, draw up through the left arm. So this outstretched arm position helps you to pinwheel the heart, almost like you could catch the turn of the ribs with the left palm. Taking a few breaths in the pose. And for a little more side stretch, turning the palm towards the head side of the mat and reaching up and over. As you breathe in, take that left arm up, lighten the bottom hand, breathe out, come all the way up. Check that your shoulders are relaxed, that the elbows are soft, and hold the sides of the waist, turning the feet to the left. Spread the toes. Turn the belly towards the left leg. Take the left arm up and breathe in. Lift up from the lower belly, press with the legs and the feet. Breathe out, hinge out. You've gotten as long as you can get. Try getting length this way. Push out somewhere against that leg, avoiding your knee if you can. Belly down, shoulders in line. Turn the ribs. Take that right arm up. And simply experience the breathing here. Now turn the palm towards the head side of the mat, reaching up and over. And breathing in, take the right arm up, lightening the bottom hand. Breathe out all the way up. Turn the feet forward, holding the hips. Line up the outer edges of the feet so they're parallel. Take the thumbs to the flat bones on your lower back. Take the elbows back and breathe in, lift from the lower belly. Breathe out, lighten the heels, hinge forward. Keep the spine long. Take the hands down and the head down. Taking a few breaths here, you can hold on to your legs. You can also bend the knees, keep the hands above the knees and just drop the head. So find what's comfortable for you. Now lighten the heels, hold the hips. Breathe in, take the head and heart forward, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Walk the feet in. Okay, we'll try a balance pose. So you should feel free to have a chair nearby, or you can face a wall. Choose which foot you'll balance on first. Spread the toes of that foot and shift the center of gravity over to that side. Then fold the other leg, reaching back, hold the top of the foot, and bring the raised knee in to join the standing knee. You can push down onto a chair back with a free hand, or you can press into a wall. If you're facing a wall, you can put your hand right up against it. And see if you can find the balance point, steadying the gaze at one spot. That arm where the hand is holding the foot, that shoulder is open back gently, and you're bringing that side of the waist forward a little bit. This is called the pose of fearlessness, with an image being that everything's falling apart underneath the standing foot, and we dance on top. And slowly lower the raised arm, and lower the raised leg. Okay. Then switching sides. Spread the toes of the foot you'll be standing on. Shift the center of gravity over and float the other foot up. Now, if you can't reach, keep the ball of the foot down and just play with picking it up off the floor and finding that balance point if you can't reach the foot. The other way to make it easier to hold the foot is to pull the knee forward. And sometimes it's easier then to get hold of the top of the foot before bringing the knee in and down. If you have a strap, you could put a strap around the top of the foot as well. And squaring to the front, steadying the gaze, and maybe floating the free arm up and using the reach of that arm to lengthen the side. Sensing into those little changes that happen, those little micro movements that support the action of balancing. And letting the breath flow freely. And lowering the raised leg, lowering the raised arm. So coming back down to the floor now. We'll take the legs forward, flexing the feet, pulling the knees up, hold the backs of the legs, and pull back against the legs. See if you can lift the heart up. And walking the hands forward, with the arms on the outsides of the legs, pulling back against the ankles, letting the head drop, and maybe holding either the ankles or the outsides of the feet, but again, pulling back on the ankles, flexing the feet strongly, hanging the head, and anyone with the freedom of movement available can start to slide the heels forward. Taking a few breaths here. West side stretch. Seated forward fold. Natural breathing into the sides of the waist and into the lower back. And breathing in, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Bend the knees, lighten the heels, reach forward with the arms. Oh, you know what? Before you come down, take your chair to the foot side of the mat. Lightening the heels. See if you can roll down slowly, slowly, one vertebra at a time. Like you're lowering a strand of pearls. Vertebra by vertebra. And when you come down, bring the knees into the chest with a squeeze. Relaxing the back. Maybe rolling from side to side. Then either, well actually, you want to bring your hips a little closer to the chair seat and swing the legs up. Resting the lower legs on the chair seat, with the arms relaxed by the side. If you don't have a chair, that's fine. Just let the legs extend forward. Or bend the knees so the knees are bent, the feet flat on the floor. And you can stay here, or anyone who'd like to can extend the legs up, letting a little blood flow down from the feet and the lower extremities towards the heart. And give yourself a little back support by taking the hands under the tip of the tail and then rolling the tip of the tail towards the foot end of the mat. Take a few natural breaths here. And lower the lower legs onto the chair seat. Let the arms roll out. You can remain here for the closing relaxation, or you can move your chair to the side. And extend the legs forward on the floor. So you choose finding comfortable, easy posture for your closing relaxation. It feels restorative, that feels relaxing and very supportive. If you're comfortable, let the lids close over the eyes. If not, settle the gaze at one spot on the ceiling, but soften the gaze, keeping the gaze at one spot. Sense into the symmetry of the left and right sides, and the feeling tone of the body. Does it feel relaxed? If there's any tension that you can sense, see if you can let it go. See if you can surrender the body's weight. Just let it melt into the floor. Let the breath flow naturally. No need to manipulate anything, no need to change anything. Simply experience this body, this mind as an instrument to be receptive to life's flow. You notice thinking, any kind of chatter in the mind. See if you can sink down beneath the waves of thought and rest in the silence that comes with just being with that steady flow in and out. You can blink the eyes open if they're closed. And give a great big full body stretch. Roll over to the side and slowly come back up to sit. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hope you'll join us again next week for Tai Chi and Yoga on Thursday, or for Tuesday and Thursday mornings, Mindful Moments, Mindfulness on Tuesday, Positive Psychology on Thursday, 8:45 to 9. And on Monday, there's a wellness break with naturopath nutritionist Crystal in Montgomery. Monday is 12:15 to 1. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for joining.